cosine rule. The cosine rule. Now, we spoke about the SOHCAHTOA trigonometric functions that applied to right angle triangles. So the SOHCAHTOA relationships, or CHA-SHO-TAO, it depends, some of you call it CHA-SHO-TAO. This mnemonic that you use to remember the relationship between the functions and the sides. This applied to right angled triangles. So that was limited because you encounter many triangles that do not have a 90-degree angle. So our solution for this, when we have triangles that do not have a right angle, we can use the sine rule or we can use the cosine rule. So in this lesson, we want to look at how to make use of the cosine rule. But first, let's go to the rule. Now, this is the triangle you use. You have a triangle and you label the three angles, capital letter A, capital letter B, capital letter C. So each angle is named by a capital letter, right? The side opposite A is small letter A. The side opposite B is small letter B. The side opposite C is small letter C. So the sides are small letters A, B, C. The angles are capital letters A, B, C. So now the first thing we want to do is to look at how to find a missing side. So if you're given a triangle with two sides, but one side, let's say A, is missing, how do you find A? You use this rule. This is the cosine rule. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So you need to remember this whole thing. A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2 times B times C times cos of A. Okay, so now let's do two examples and see how we can actually use this formula. So we've got a triangle here with 40 degrees and then 8 centimeters there and then 5 centimeters there and then x, and then we want to find x. So x becomes our A in this equation, and the other two numbers 8 and 5 become our B and C, and the angle opposite x, 40, becomes the angle A there. So that means in this case we'll have x squared is equal to 8 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 8 times 5 times cos of 40. Now, not to worry, this whole thing we give it to the calculator, given you are allowed to use a calculator in that situation. If not, you work through it step by step. But this whole thing you submit it to a calculator and get 27.7164455. That's x squared. But we must be careful. We're not looking for x squared, we're looking for x. So we still have another step to go through, right? X will be equal to square root. When we move this to the other side, it becomes square root of 27.7164455, and then x will be equal to 5.26 centimeters. So we've successfully used the cosine rule to calculate the value of x there. Okay, so let's try another example. We have a triangle again. We have an angle of 70 degrees, 17 centimeters on one side, 15 centimeters on the other, and then y. So now, in this case, y takes the place of a, and these two take the place of b and c. So y squared, so this is find y, y squared will be equal to 15 squared plus 17 squared minus 2 times 15 times 17 times cos of 70. Submit this whole thing to the calculator. I get 339,56973. This is y squared. I'm not looking for y squared, I'm looking for y, so I have to remove this squared. How do I do it? By square rooting. Y is equal to 339,56973. Y is equal to 18.4 centimeters there. So that's how you use the cosine rule to find the length of a missing side. In the next lesson, we're going to look at how we can use the cosine rule to find a missing angle.